Good morning, everyone. My name is Rehan Khan, and I'm from BCA first year. And today I am here to present you my topic, constructors in C++. First of all, we come to the topic, what are constructors? A constructor is a special member function in C++. It is used to initialize objects that has the same name as and it has the same name as class. If the class is named A, then the constructor should also be named A. It has no return type. It cannot return anything. It has no return type. It's not even void. It's automatically called whenever an object created. Suppose we created an object B1, then a constructor will be called. Next on the topic we have what type of constructors we have. In C++, there are 4 types of constructors: default constructors, non-parameterized constructors, parameterized constructors, and copy constructors. First, we come to the default constructor. A default constructor is a constructor that automatically gets created by the compiler. User does not intervene in that. Compiler automatically creates it. It takes no arguments in its parameters or parentheses. It initializes the object with default values. For example, in this given example, we have taken a class A, and inside the public class, we have declared a function display and initialize it as well with the cout statement hello. And in the main function, we have created an object B1. Now, default constructor don't really need to be mentioned. They get created automatically by the compiler. So whenever we create an object, default constructor will be called, whether or not you have initialized it, defined it or not. So since we have created an object, using the object, the display function will be called and hello will be printed. If the constructor would have not been created, display wouldn't have been executed. Now we come to the next topic of our presentation, non-parameterized constructors. A constructor that does not take any argument, like default constructor, a constructor that does not take any argument and however is defined by the user instead of being created automatically by the compiler is called a non-parameterized constructor. It is used to initialize values manually instead of default. For example, in the given example, in the class A, we have initialized and defined a function constructor A, and in the constructor body, we have used a statement cout constructor called, which will be executed with to the number of objects we have created. For example, as you can see in the main function, we have created an object B1. We have only created one object, then the constructor will be called only once. As you can, as in the output, see a constructor called. Since only one object was there, the constructor was called once. If there were 2 objects, suppose B1 and B2, then constructor will be called twice. Constructor called and constructor called. Now to the next part, parameterized constructors. Parameterized constructors are those constructors that take arguments. Unlike non-parameterized constructor and default constructors, parameterized constructors take arguments in their parameters. They are used to initialize objects with given values. Values are passed in the parameters alongside the object during the object creation, during the creation of the object. For example, in this example, we have in the class A, we have initialized and defined a constructor, and inside the parameters of the constructor, we have defined variable x, int x, and inside the body of the constructor, we have written a statement x++, which will give the increment of whatever the value of x is passed. And in the next, the cout statement will hello and a value of x. And then the main function. we have created an object b1, and we have passed the value 5 alongside the creation of the object b1. So the function will pass the 5 in the x, and the x will get incremented, which will become 6, and the output will be hello 6. If we have taken like the output is hello 6, like as I said, and if we had passed the value of 6 in the b while creating the object, or if we have passed the value of 6 alongside the object b1, then the output will be hello 7. It will basically just get incremented by 1 using the statement x plus plus, and the value will be hello 7. Now we come to the next topic, copy constructors. A copy constructor is basically a constructor that copies the data from one object to another object. It takes reference of another object as a parameter. Unlike parameters constructors, which takes values from user while creating the object, it takes the reference or memory address of another object as a parameter. For example, in this code, we have declared a global variable age for the public class. We have declared the global variable age, and inside the constructor, we have used the parameterized constructor int a, when a parameter constructor a, and the parameter is int a. We have declared a variable a, and inside the body of the constructor, we have initialized the global variable age to a. Whatever the value of a will be, it will go in age. Now we have declared another constructor, which is our copy constructor, and we have inside written a keyword const a, and then the constructor, the name of the class, and the same a, and the memory address, which will take the address. Basically a pointer, you can say. Age. Then inside the body of the constructor, we have initialized the value of age to s.age. And in the main function, we have declared two objects. First object is given the value of 18, and the second object is initialized to as s1, where s value of s1 is passed to s2. Value of object s1 is passed to value object s2, and we have printed s2.age, which will print the value of age using the object s2. Since we took the since passed the value of s1 as 18, the value of age will be 18, and then it will go to s2, so the print will be 18. As you can see, the output was 18. That is all for the presentation. Thank you.